This issue of education at whatever level has to do with both of them. I tell a woman, you cannot marry a man you don't respect. You cannot marry a man you cannot respect. Ask yourself, with your degree and your master's, will you still respect the man? If you can respect him, you can marry him. But if tomorrow you're going to wake up because you have a master's and then you want to talk to him, I tell you, you can't. So whatever level of education a woman attains in life, don't forget that your first role is what? A wife, not a degree holder.
Now, Auntie Mercy, there is also an issue to consider when getting married for the boy and for the girl. This issue of tribe, race, and the nation. Isn't it actually important to take that into consideration?
Okay, like I said earlier on, I said that marriage is not a cultural thing. Marriage is not a tribal thing. Marriage is not the premonition of a man. Marriage is not the idea of human beings. Marriage is the concept of God. Marriage is instituted by God. There was nothing like tribe in the beginning that you got married, it has to be this. The main thing about marriage is the purpose of God. If two of you come together and agree that you can live together and fulfill God's purpose, if the man comes from China, the woman comes from Afghanistan, what binds them together first and foremost is Jesus Christ, not the tribe. Really, I think when it comes to tribe, but you know, these days people are very, very tribalistic. She was married from my tribe, and because families put that pressure on young people, you was married from my tribe, some people have just actually left their true love because they want to please families, or in the name of I must get married to somebody from another tribe. I come from the northern part of Nigeria. I am married to somebody from the southwestern part of Nigeria, very, very far apart. But Jesus Christ binds us together.
Now, how do we reconcile people from different backgrounds, different cultures, different educational backgrounds?
Okay.
Yeah, where should that melting pot be? Is it only Jesus?
Okay. Last time we had a program in church, I remember, a cultural night for singles, and I had to talk about culture. If you happen to marry somebody from another culture, I think we should learn our cultural differences. It's good for us to learn, especially their meals, their way of life, their manners, so that by the time you go and meet your in-laws, you won't look too strange, you'll be able to blend. And then by the time in your home too, you'll be able to cook some good meals for your husband. If you are a Bakweri person married to a Bayangian, and I understand that Bayangi people like, Eru a lot. I think you should learn to cook Eru very well in their style. Maybe the hard Eru or the soft one, so that you can enjoy your in-laws. You know, when your in-laws come and you cook their traditional meal, they will love you. That's the truth. They will love you very well. So it's good for us to learn our cultural differences, learn their way of life. Like I said, I'm from the north. I had to learn the way of life from my husband's side. Okay, Yoruba people you kneel down and greet them. But the northerners don't care whether you kneel down. But if you stand and greet an elderly person in Yoruba land, they will curse you. I learned it. It doesn't cost me anything to kneel down and get up. Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. And with that, I found favor with my in-laws. I didn't just say, okay, fine, because I come from this side, then I stay to where I come from. No, it's not right. Young girls, young boys, no. Get to understand where you are going to. Understand their manner, their way of life, their culture. Learn and just make peace. I think it's good.
Now, once a boy gets attracted to a girl,
yeah,
on the road of a relationship already,
okay,
what are some of the things that this young guy and this young girl should and shouldn't do?
All right, let's say when they are courting.
When they are courting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Courtship is let me just single out. Courtship is the time between you saying, yes, I will, and yes, I do.
Yes.
That's the time frame. Because when he proposed to you, you said, yes, I will. And the yes I do is said on the day of wedding. So that time, what should be done? Courtship is a time of foundation laying. Courtship is a time of discovery. Courtship is a time of future planning together. So when both of you are courting, now you should try to lay foundation for your future home. You should try to study each other and build, explore. When I mean explore your dreams. Try to bring out the best in each other. Try to understand, try to learn. And it's a time of asking questions. Really, I like young people to ask when they are courting. Ask, find out his family background. Ask and ask. There's no harm in asking, because when you ask, the more you ask, the more you know. So that you know what you're going to see, you're expecting in the future. But these days, people court and all they do is they go out. I don't have a problem with people courting and going out to one each other and all that. But they concentrate so much on the physical aspect that they neglect the spiritual aspect that will make for their future. There has to be a balance, because relationship or marriage is more spiritual than physical. It has the physical aspect, because if not, the brother will say, oh, she's just too spiritual and all they discuss is Bible. Good. It's good to discuss Bible when you're courting. You know, you have time for Bible study, time to pray and all that. But you also have time to go out, you know, get to talk with each other and all that. But it's not a time for, you know, of sleeping together. Because you have not said, yes, I do. You just said, yes, I will. So it's not a time for young people to begin to sleep with each other. It's not a time for a young sister to pack to the brother's house. It is not a time for her to stay over time. I always tell brothers and sisters, I say, when you visit each other, maybe you go and visit him. 6 p.m., leave his house and go to your parents' house or wherever you stay. So it's not a time to start fondling with each other, a time to start playing together, because there's an adage in my place that says that what you don't want to eat, don't smell it. That's the truth. So don't start what you cannot stop. That's how it is. The Bible says, flee from all appearances of evil. Because the closer you get, staying together in isolation breeds a ground for sin. So they should not be found in isolation at all times. They should be where people are and all of that, and all that stuff like that.
Thank you very much, Auntie Mercy, for talking to the point.
The pleasure is all mine. Thank you. It's a privilege.